honestly enforce the election law and set aside the election of a Prime Minister of this country, what happened? The Prime Minister who had sworn that the law and the constitution of this country will be preserved at all costs, instead of meekly submitting to an honest court decision.
Yes? What is wrong?
Please.
No. The disqualification creates a problem, sir. Not cancelling election. Disqualification. That's a judicial coup. It's a judicial coup. Don't talk about this.
Please allow.
Sir,
Please proceed.
sir, the result of, instead of meekly submitting to a court decision, was the destruction of Indian democracy. Constitutional rights.
Justice V.R. Krishna here, and it was announced within the four corners of the Constitution. It was removed within the four corners of the Constitution. So please do not.
I'm sorry, you know nothing. You know nothing about the court work.
Please continue. Please continue.
Minister is provoking.
Please.
And
Remove it.
what? And sir,
Discussing on the, please.
sir,
I will look into it. If it's unparliamentary, it will be removed.
The word is look into it, sir. Rubbish is unparliamentary.
I have told Mr.
And if he talks
Emergency
please,
rubbish.
please.
sir, I'm not worried about a little abuse from anybody. I have withstood abuse all my life and I have done it patiently. But ultimately, it is those who abuse me have suffered for it in the rest of their life. And sir, the good people in this country were locked in our jails, while the bad people either kept quiet or cooperated with what was happening in the country. So this was the result of the death of a great Prime Minister, Lal Bahadur
Unparliamentary,
Shastri,
it can be removed.
that corruption went on in this country and there was no zero tolerance for the prevalence of corruption. And sir, today, Anna Hazare has done one thing, that he has brought out the consciousness of the nation to this great evil of corruption. And even you have to pay a silent tribute to that man, because you said that you appointed a group of ministers to go into the issue of corruption and study it. Obviously, you confess that corruption has not gone down, that corruption has assumed such proportions that it now requires to be seriously examined. That is your confession by the very fact of the mention of this great group of ministers appointed, of which my friend Narayan Swamy spoke this morning. But Mr. Narayan Swamy, I wish to give him a bit of advice. He's a very good friend of mine. When you want to introduce a bill, please make it as sweet as possible. You don't use that kind of language, that harsh language that you used this morning. Whatever sympathy people had, you lost a bit of that sympathy, I assure you. But sir, the fact remains that the crowds that Anna Hazare collected and which you saw and which did unnerve you because you went and touched his feet and negotiated a settlement with him for a long time, those crowds did not know anything about the Lokpal. What they knew was that they were the sufferers of corruption in their everyday life. At a casual inquiry from one of the persons present in the crowd, I asked, "Why are you here in this crowd?" The man told me, he said, "Sir, don't ask me, my mother died. I went to take a death certificate to cremate my mother. I was told to come the next morning. I had to fork out 1,000 rupees before I could cremate my mother and get that death certificate." This is the state of corruption today. which is all pervading. And please do not gloat over the fact which your press has now started circulating, that the NI is no longer attracting crowds. The crowds have lost their sense of novelty, but they have made up their mind that they are going to throw out this government in the next election. And please be aware of it and speak in those terms that you are conscious of the people's wrath. My good friend Abhishek Singhvi, for whom I have such great respect, this morning in his speech, in a somewhat, now will you please stop disturbing me?
Please sit down, please.
It is very relevant, may not be relevant to you. Mr. Abhishek Singhvi is a very, very dear friend and a colleague at the bar. In a somewhat irrelevant context this morning during his speech, he mentioned the great proverb that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. I wish to remind my young friend that this proverb has been amended long ago. I wish to remind him of that amendment of that proverb. The amendment of that proverb is that power corrupts, but the prospect of losing power corrupts absolutely. So now it is, we are meeting a situation of that tragic kind with which we have to deal with. But sir, there is another aspect of this corruption, that while this corruption was growing by leaps and bounds, what else was happening to the most important and prestigious investigation agency of this country? I am talking of the CBI. Sir, the CBI was born and it owes its origin to some corruption that came to light during the years of the war. Many people had made large illicit profits and they had to be hounded out and punished. And the CBI was created for the first time to prosecute those people after securing the evidence of their conviction and guilt. Sir, I must record my appreciation of the work which the CBI did for many years. I have seen their investigations in the early years of my practice at the bar. They never arrested people. They never practiced third degree against anybody. After completing their investigation in the most lawful manner, they would submit a charge sheet to the court, tell the accused that you tomorrow come and appear in court, we are submitting a charge sheet against you. Sirs, that reputation no longer exists. And I wish now to tell you what the state of that CBI today has become. And one of the most important points which I wish to make is what should be done to the CBI, what should be done about the CBI. And in my dissenting note, which I have in the report which was submitted to you by the Lokpal committee, I have written almost a long 3-page essay on the disgraceful state of affairs so far as the most important investigating agency is concerned in this country. I had the greatest respect for it once upon a time, and today I am so utterly disappointed. But I realize that we cannot do without the CBI. The CBI has to exist as a primary investigating agency in this country. The question is, what do you do about it? Why has it happened? I believe that you must, sir, read with me 2 paragraphs. I want to inform the House about 2 judgments delivered by the Supreme Court. One in the year 2000, in which they said the CBI had to explain this averment made in a paragraph 18 of the writ petition if really it wanted to convey to the court to the non-availability of Part 2 file and so on and so forth. After going into it further, they said that apart, the explanation given in the second affidavit of the CBI also discloses a sad state of affairs prevailing in the organization. In the affidavit, the CBI has stated before the court that the Part 2 file with which the court was concerned was destroyed unauthorizedly with an ulterior motive by none other than an official of the CBI in collusion with a senior official of the same organization, which fact, if true, reflects very poorly on the integrity of the CBI. Sir, this is 2000, the Supreme Court. I don't wish to bother the House with the facts of the sordid facts of this case. This is 2000, but this follows another 1996 judgment, and that 1996 judgment was perhaps more vitriolic than even the 2000 judgment, in which they said that the High Court has disbelieved the version of the CBI and has criticized it for suggesting such a funny explanation. A biased investigation of the type at hand from the CBI has indeed pained us, because people of this country have still high hopes from it, which would get dashed if bias creeps into its investigations. Sir, I don't wish to give you recent examples. The recent examples are too recent, and they will unnecessarily irritate some persons who have these false loyalties about which they are more concerned. Sir, the CBI requires, therefore, we can't do away with the CBI. Whatever force you substitute in its place will also, by some other name, remain the CBI of the country. I suggest, and I am not prepared to support this bill until and unless at least two conditions are satisfied: that we must repeal Section 4 of the Delhi Police Establishment Act, which was passed when the war ended and the CBI was created as a force. It said that the power of superintendence in that section shall be lodged and vested in the central government. I suggest that this power must now be divested from the central government. It must be transferred and vested in the Lokpal, which you create under the Lokpal bill, and that is the only way to make some changes in the character of the CBI. And I have no doubt that the CBI will live up to it, because the CBI, I am aware that there are honorable people in the CBI who are prepared to do their duty, but they are prevented from doing their duty by the kind of association which they seem to have with some of the ministers in the cabinet. And my friends in this house will today admit that there are acts of corruption which the CBI should have detected long ago, which now the Supreme Court claims to have detected, and that is why the present failure of the CBI. Sir, make the CBI independent, subject the power of superintendence vested in the Lokpal, and that will remove a good part of at least my objection to this kind of a bill. The CBI is willing to be relieved. There are honest people in the CBI who come and tell me that we wish to be relieved from this incubus. We are prepared to go under the Lokpal if necessary. But, ladies and gentlemen, somebody must make up his mind and to speak the truth and say that the CBI should remain an independent organization. The ex-Chief Justice Verma said the other day that the CBI today is not independent. It is not independent because of the misuse of the power under Section 4, which the central government exercises habitually. There are other powers which the central government inevitably possesses over the CBI. These powers have to be relegated to some other body altogether. Then, sir, the latest friend, Mr. Narayan Swamy, I want to communicate some facts to you while present in this house, which probably even you do not know as the minister. Sir, reliance has been placed on what? On trying to take away the autonomy of the states and their legislative independence and autonomy which the Constitution creates, which nobody is in a position to destroy. What are you relying upon? You are relying upon the Convention Against Corruption which the United Nations has passed, and therefore you claim that this is legislation under Article 253 of the Constitution. Sir, the biggest fraud the government has perpetrated on this nation is about what you have done to this convention. This convention was promulgated by the United Nations years ago.
Nothing. No, 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 please, 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 Mr. Mahapatra, please, please do address the chair, please address, please, please sit down. That has been removed. Please sit down. That has been removed. Please, please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down.
You are not going to silence me by this nonsense.
Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. Yes, Mr. Jetman. Pardon? All that is gone. Nothing has gone on record.
All scoundrels have gone.
Nothing has gone.
All scoundrels have gone.
That has also gone. That is also gone. I have. Please sit down, Mr. Manishankar. Please. Please. आप बैठिए शिवानी तिवारी जी. Are you really interested? Are you really interested in debate, or you want to score point on each other and debate? Mr. Shivanand Tiwari, please sit down. Nothing will go on record.
धमकी मत दो.
Please.
Don't use the bazaar language.
Please. आप बैठिए ना. आप बैठिए Mr. Yes. Please conclude. I think your party has only 7 minutes. Your party has 7 minutes.
Now,
Your party.
you'll cut out this.
No, I have. Your party has 7 minutes. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. I can't allow all this. The party has 7 minutes. Please.
Sir,
7 + 7.
now let me talk of the fraud.
Who is that?
The fraud is that on the 30th of August 2010, the government of India and the Swiss Federal Council signed a protocol which would amend the existing double taxation avoidance treaty. It is important to know what you achieved by this and what you intended to achieve by this.
No long I will not allow because debate is.
Sir, the Germans
We have to be sitting.
broke the Swiss
How can I
secrecy laws
Show me.
by bribing an employee
59
of a Swiss bank,
16.
giving him $475 million as a price for disclosing
Please.
the names.
Please.
I will give you all evidence. I have been writing about it. You don't have the courage even to reply. Sir, $475 million were paid to a Swiss employee. The Swiss employee gave the names of the account holders in that bank. The German government announced
Listen.
Sir, they don't want to.
I am prepared to
Please.
repeat these outside the
Please.
court. Sue me.
Please.
If you have the courage.
Please.
Sue me outside.
Please.
I will give it to you. I am not bound to give it to you.
Please.
I will give it outside. Yes, I will give it. We have given it to the court. Yes.
That is a word that has not
Yes.
been justified. He is irrelevant. It is unparliamentary. I suggest you ask him to stop.
This word fraud we have already removed. It is unparliamentary. We are removing. It has been removed. It is there. Unparliamentary. Don't, Mr. I request you not to use the unparliamentary word
listen.
which has already been declared
You
unparliamentary.
will not curtail my time by these disturbances.
See, this is not the practice.
Now, sir,
Please.
listen. The German government made an announcement that whichever friendly country wants to know the names of these dacoits from their own country, we are prepared to give that information. This
They might have
country,
not said dacoits. Why not, sir? The German government might not have said dacoits.
thieves, sir.
Whatever they have said, you please say.
I have said thieves.
Don't time the word.
जेंटलमैन बोलेंगे सर
आप जो बोलिए ना, आप बोल रहे हैं जर्मन गवर्नमेंट बोले जो बोले बैठे।
Sir, those who had committed a pilfering of the assets of the poor people of this country, the Germans said that we are prepared to give this information to every friendly country that wants to know those names. The Americans have got the names, the Swedes have got the name, the Germans have got the names, the French have got the names, many countries in Europe have got the names. The Americans arrested the officers of that bank and gave them conditional bail on condition that every week you will give us more and more names.
Please. इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गई सर? मिस्टर मणिशंकर इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गई? Now if he the ministers are interrupting. You make a point of order according to don't please sir. Please. If you raise any point of order, please tell me the rules. I will look it. Come on, tell me the rule number. I will definitely look into it. Please, please. Yes, I will. Your point of order.
My point of order is that anyone who speaks in this house has to speak to the motion. He is not.
They don't want to hear the truth.
Please. What is irrelevant you say? What is unparliamentary you tell me, I will remove it.
So we are not talking about German banks here.
I have removed it. Why you are removing it? All that we have taken care of. Yeah.
डिप्टी चेयरमैन
आप क्या बोलना चाहते हैं?
डाकू और ब्लैक मनी की बात होती है।
अरे आप खामोश बैठिए, नथिंग विल गो ऑन रिकॉर्ड।
डाकू और ब्लैक मनी की बात होती है।
प्लीज नथिंग विल गो ऑन रिकॉर्ड। आप भाई खामोश बैठिए।
Sir, on the 30th of August 2010, the government of India entered into a protocol with the Swiss. That protocol's document has been produced on the floor of this house. It is available for anybody. And the protocol says that we shall not seek any information about the past. We shall seek information only about the future. They are talking about the double taxation avoidance treaty, which applies to two businessmen. A businessman who is an honest businessman, because of his Indian nationality, he is being taxed in India. Because of the place of his business, he is being taxed by Germany. The same income is being taxed in two countries. For avoidance of that, there is a double taxation avoidance treaty. Under that treaty, there is a mutual obligation of sharing information, but the information can only be used for tax purposes. We are not seeking...
Please, I know, please, Mr. Manishankar, please sit down, Mr. Please sit down.
10 minutes disturb किया है इन्होंने 10 minutes
Please sit down.
मैंने देखा है 10 minutes disturb किया है exactly 10 minutes
I will give another 5 minutes. That is the time. Please.
Sir, why?
they have disturbed our screen sir
No, who the hell are they?
Don't.
Who are they?
Please sit down. Please sit down. You will decide not me. I can't differentiate. Please sit down. Not like that. We have given. In this debate, we have given. I can't deny everybody. We have given to others. We can't die. Please sit down. It is. See, whenever time is asked, don't force me. Please, Mr. Manishankar. I request you. See, we have. No. don't tell me. Please,
You will decide,
please,
not he.
Please,
You will decide, not he.
please. आप बैठिए. No, please. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, please sit down. No, Mr. Ram Jeshwal, I would not like to.
Upsetting like this.
Please.
15 minutes time has been wasted.
You see, obstruction is on both the sides. When they speak, you obstruct. No. You see, obstruction. All are the house. We are seeing obstruction on either side. They speak, you obstruct. If it is not palatable to you, you will object, and it is not palatable.
But continuous
you object.
disturbance, sir. Continuous disturbance for 15 minutes.
Not one person.
For 15 minutes.
Obstruction is there. Please conclude it. Please conclude. Please. No. 15. I have seen the record. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, I have seen the record. That is why I said 5 minutes that you are is not utilizing.
Sir, it is not a charity, sir.
I am not right. Sir, please.
They obstructed.
Obstruction. I am saying that obstruction. अब देखिए, obstruction he has got a why obstructing. The chair is there. The principal speaker is there. It is between that. Why others gets up? Why other gets up? No. Why? Let us proceed. First you get up, they get up, you get up. How can you run the house?
Now don't waste those
If you don't cooperate, how can the chair run the house?
Who said rubbish?
But who is that
Please,
cooperating with you?
Who said rubbish?
Who asked you to get up and say, what? No, I have not called you. It is Mr. Jetmalani has to speak.
In what form do you want my
You
cooperation?
please. I am asking you, why are they your members are getting up? How can I? Why should I get up? Why should you get up? Who are you to? It is not. Who wants to tell not to? He doesn't need your attention. He doesn't need your attention. अरे बैठिए ना भाई, बैठिए. Please sit down. Please sit down. ये अब
वो खड़े हो गए क्या लगा हुआ है? खड़े हो जाते हैं.
आप बैठिए. आप
क्या सीट के नीचे
आप खड़े होते हैं. आप भी खड़े होते हैं.
बार
बैठिए ना.
Ah, but
Please conclude.
sir,
Please conclude.
after having made this bilateral treaty with Switzerland, under which they gave up the right to ask for information about the past we will not take from you, we will not ask from you, we will ask information only about the future. After having signed this document, when they came to ratify the convention, they added the ratification, they added a condition that if there is a bilateral treaty between the two nations, the convention does not apply. This is the deception which has been practiced. After ratification, the Prime Minister went to the press and said, see, we have ratified a convention after 5 years. This shows that we are very much against corruption. But this is the great act of deception, and I do not trust this government ever.
Yes,
and therefore I say that we shall not support this bill under any circumstances.
Thank you. Raju Shukla.